this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numero Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. And we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes. Cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. We should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that we know, the life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this dance, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we got to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. But people didn't know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this dance, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life anyway. Yeah. Oh, we only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live, and we have to live it.
Yes, greetings, family. Greetings. We only have one life to live, and we have to live it righteously, live it focusedly, live it better, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no negativity and no troll zone here, baby. This is what we do on King Simon Present. No negativity and no troll zone. If you start trolling, family, you get to rolling. If you start trolling, You get to roll it. That's right. If you start trolling, you get to roll it. I don't have no problems putting people on time out or throwing them off of my show. I am not one of those debating shows, and I respect what they do in the debate. I ain't into those arguments. This is my show. You put on your show who you want to put on your show, and I put on my show who I want to put on my show. So everybody can just keep it moving. And I love the applause button by my applause people. Thank you. I pay these people. Ain't no trolling here, baby. King Simon don't give a hoot, so don't pollute. King Simon don't give a hoot, so don't pollute. Oh, yes. Enough respect to all of you and your ancestors. Please like, and share this video. You know what it's all about. It's all about the health. Of course, like I always say, thumb up and like and share and all that good stuff. Matter of fact, let me make sure this is clear. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know my energy already. I smile. I keep the smile going. But please, like and thumb up the video and share the video. And if you want to share your Cash App love, please share it by King Simon 3158. Or paypal.me/King Simon. Remember, only use Cash App. Only use Cash App, please. Gotta drink my agua. Only use Cash App, not Super Chat. Please use Cash App if you want to show that love. You know how it is. Today, we got a special show for you. And I'm honored. Of course, the song that came on is my song, One Life to Live. And I am turning that into a children's book, actually. So I'm happy that I'm going to be turning that into a children's book. And we're going to start showing the children knowledge and wisdom of the one life to live energy that we deal with. And we got between life and death in this realm, just make the best of it, live righteously, and strive to do your best. Of course, this is Women's History Month. Big up to all the sisters out there, Women's History. Women's history forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Women's history all the time. And of course, this coming Sunday, we have a dear, dear friend of mine, and she has been into hypnotherapy for at least 24 years, going on 25 years. Since March the 7th, she just celebrated 24 years, and she will be discussing the healing benefits of clinical hypnosis and dispelling the myths of hypnosis. So we're going to have her live and direct right here on King Simon. And that's the one, the only Kendall Cobbs. Oh, yeah. So make sure y'all are in the building. Of course, if you see this page on March the 17th, we have Audrey Rumbers on March the 21st. We have Dr. MJ. On March the 24th, we have a Genesis. And on March the 31st, we have Dr. Nalani Valentine. And on the 28th, there's a surprise celebrity doctor that we are making sure that we get them in here live and direct. And that's the one, the only, I won't tell you until it's time. Won't tell you until it's time. As we wait for our people to get in, let me take me off the screen and let's promote some of the stuff that's going on. Of course, I did show my daughter's cup, so make sure you support my little girl. And she got great cups and great stuff that she's putting on. She's gonna be putting on the site, and I gotta show her enough respect. Remember, you can go to Teesprings and get that. That's Teesprings.com/Yasira Pink Art. That's right, Yasira Pink Art. So that's great to drink out of her mug, and she blesses the mug with her great pictures of the eye. So I am great. That's how we dealing with it. Of course, don't forget my books. Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, our children's health is important. And no promotion is bad promotion, and all publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. And if you want the products from 1 Million Adornments, make sure you DM her at 1 Million Adornments. That's right, 1 Million Adornments. Or guess what? You could actually email my co-host who's going to be coming up. Email her to find out more about her stuff. And you can email her at Empress Aisha Moore at Gmail. Spread love via Cash App. And that's how you can pay for the earrings also. And PayPal. That's the Cash App and PayPal. $ Empress Moore and PayPal Aisha McBride. Of course, you know what it is. So make sure you support the sister. Don't forget, Lloyd Strayhorn is teaching classes. He got a beginner's class and an intermediate class. So make sure you show him some love. Make sure you spread love and show him some love. Give all of course, the sponsors great support. Support them, support them, support them. Also, if you want to find out more about real estate, if you want to be consulted about buying your own real estate, getting your own commercial property or what have you, starting your own Airbnb, give this sister a call, Janelle Lewis, at 347-866-1153. That's 347-866-1153. We'll be bringing her on momentarily also. I think she's going to be coming on sometime in April. So we're going to find out what's that going to be all about and how we're going to make that. Oh, she might come on in this month on a special day. Instead of a Wednesday or Sunday, she might come on a Thursday because she has a very busy schedule, and I want to make sure she's on. Also, if you want to take my class, please go to the email. That's the@gmail. Make sure you show them some love. If you want to get part of my numerovation course, that holistic numerovation course, we're going to cover all different types of things, and it will be pre-taped and be sold to those for the highest bidder. I'm just joking, but it will be sold, of course, and you'll be able to have access to it all the time. All right. Also, is a great product that you want to support. Also, this is pedalwise.com, and pedalwise.com have all the great stuff for ladies, fibroid tumors, going through breast issues, going through lung issues, going through brain issues, going through mental health, all of that stuff this sister can help you out with. Make sure you get that, use that new 10% off coupon code King 2021. That's the new coupon code King 2021. So if you're about it, make sure you support it. That's what we about it for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. I see my sister in the background. Okay, I see the great one in the background. Look at that. You just show off them dimples. Go ahead with them dimples. Look at all beautiful. Shut up. Don't hide it. Don't hide it, my girl. Show it. When we bring you on, we're gonna bring you on. So we want to make sure y'all support all of our sponsors on my channel. And of course, as usual, always have a content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guests, speakers, or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters or its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Got to do that. Although I support health and all that and all the good stuff, I got to make sure, because my sponsors might not support it. And I want to make sure everybody is covered. See, I come from a radio world, man. I've been in radio since 1990, 1980s, actually, since I was doing reggae and all that stuff. So let me bring on my co-host first before we bring on my dear Leanna Hanel, and then Dr. Ali Muhammad will be coming up also momentarily. So let's see where my co-host is, the one, the only. First, let me put my smile up there. Stop playing. I'm in the mother flipping building. You know what it is. Give myself a round of applause. That's right. I'm using the higher energy of my ego, not the lower energy of my ego. You got to love yourself, baby. Love yourself. Let me bring on my co-host. What's up, co-host? Aisha Amor. What's up, girl? How you doing? I can't hear you. You all right?
You can hear me?
I can hear you now. I got you now. What's up, girl? How you doing?
How are you? Doing great. Yes.
Oh, that's good. I'm so happy for you. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. Hotep, Ashe, and all the good stuff that we say. Islam, peace. In Jamaica, we say Irie. In Jamaica, we say Irie, cause it's Irie. You know what I'm saying? So enough respect. How you been? Everybody's all right? How you doing? The family all right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good. My babies are good. The babies are good. I'm so happy. People are tuning in. That's right. Come on, log in, share, people. Share. Like. Because we're going to be talking about somebody right now. This book, Lord, I could hit somebody upside the head and give them a whole bunch of health knowledge with this book. I mean, this ain't no jokes. Matter of fact, this book, I don't even want to read it. I want to put it in plastic and put it on my shelf. That's how good it is. I don't even want to touch it. That's how deep it is. But the person that we're about to bring on first before we bring on Dr. Ali, because I told him he could come on at a certain time, and I respect him immensely, a good friend of mine for many years. This sister that I'm about to bring on, not only is she a beautiful sister with a smile for days and dimples that go all over the place. Believe me, I respect that. Believe me, certified holistic health practitioner, holistic health coach, and co-founder of the Holistic Institute, Leanna Hanel specializes in plant-based nutrition and provides customized meal plans tailored to meet the health needs and physical goals of her clients. So let's, with a round of applause, give our dear sister a well-deserved welcome her to King Simon Present for the first time. Let's give her a round of applause for one. The only Leanna Hanel, give her a round of applause. There she is.
Wow. What introduction. Thank you. I am good. How are you? Thank you for that amazing introduction. Wow. I love your energy. I've actually, this is my first time really, besides like just chatting with you, actually just seeing your live personality, and I love it. It's very, very abundant. And nice to meet you as well. I'm Aisha Amaru.
I can't. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me here today, and Dr. Ali.
You're welcome. Well, let me tell you something. I guess Dr. Ali didn't give you the memo about me. I guess he didn't give you the memo about who I am. When it comes to this stuff.
A little bit. He was just saying you've been around for a while and talked really great things about you, but of course you can't really explain someone's energy. It kind of just needs to be more, experience. So
yes, I did. Well, thank you very much. Well, I am honored. Me and Empress Aisha Moore is honored to have you on our show, especially with the book that you and Dr. Ali has come up with. My goodness, I just showed this book. Came in the mail like a week and a half ago, and I just was checking out the calendar date and when I can bring y'all on. And, I was going to do a panel today, but I said, you know what, let's deal with some health today. And in between Women's History Month or Herstory Month and beyond. Now, this book here, Lord have mercy, sister. When I say I don't even want to pick it up sometimes, because if you touch it and put fingerprints on it, I'll probably bite them. People gonna be like that. That lady that come in America, I'll be like, what are you doing? Don't mess with my books. And I'm an avid reader. I'm an avid collector. And Dr. Ali and I have supported each other's books, and I've supported his books throughout the years. But this book here, An Advanced Guide to Healing Thyself. First, before we get into that, tell our audience about who is this beautiful sister with that smile and the dimples that I see in the book.
Okay, you make me cover my face every time.
Don't give her enough. Tell us about, tell the world, my audience, about you, sister.
Yeah, so just a little bit about me. I started even just diving into holistic health, just trying to be. I've always been into health and just following the trends, really like, oh, you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that. But really, every time I study more and more, realizing what's really true and what's really not, it led me to really a plant-based diet. Mm-hmm. And then just from there, just learning about it more. My family had a history of health issues from both sides, mainly my mom's side. My mom lost her mom, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, then lost two sisters back to back within 3 months, her only sisters. And so it's now just her left. So to experience that, it's like, we have to do better. And I knew that all of it was diet related. I mean, it's no issue about it. They all suffered high blood pressure. They all suffered cancer and diabetes. I mean, they all had it. My mom ended up becoming pre-diabetic, and it was like, it has to stop somewhere. We can't just continue saying that this is, genetics, or this just runs in our family, when it's these delicious but harmful recipes that's really causing these issues to our family. And I mean, it goes even beyond that. My great grandma, who I never got to meet because she passed away early due to the same issues that Southern loving good cooking. And so realizing that we can enjoy the same type of foods, the same taste that we want. We just have to change the ingredients. And so that's what it started to come down to. And just really just changing up my mom's recipes because she was a great cook, the best cook in our family. And she got it from her grandma, who, which would be my great grandma, Mississippi, just had those really great Southern cooking recipes, and knowing that we need to change this out. We just need to change this out. And reversing her health conditions. She had kidney health issues as well. So it just really started with fixing the internal family issues, just really just changing the way we eat. And then it came to realizing one of my sisters was like, I think this is your calling. And so I was like, yeah, I guess so. Because just a little bit about me, my background is in marketing. So I quit my job to go back to school for holistic health, and it was a big risk for me to, actually, quit a really good job that I love doing. I was in marketing for Lifetime Fitness. I don't know if you guys know that. So it's all about the healthy way of life. So I lived that.
Yes.
And but it was something deeper that I needed and wanted to do. I had started Alkaline Vegan Prep on Instagram just to really teach everyone more about just plant-based eating and how you can heal yourself through nutrition and different herbal remedies. And so I started there. I always wanted to stay in the background normally, and that's why I created that brand. I never wanted the attention to be on me. It was more so I wanted to create something that somebody would listen to, and just by information, just by sharing information in a more creative way that would grasp people's attentions. And so that's kind of how it came up to the book. I wanted to make something creative and beautiful that can grasp people's attention, but also have all the information within it in a simplistic way that you don't need a medical degree to understand the things that's in it. Is we put it plain and simple. We take Dr. Ali's knowledge, great knowledge.
I see him in the background. I'm going to get ready to bring him in.
Yes, we take Dr. Ali's great knowledge, and we just want to simplify it so that when you're no longer here, you can get, your grandfather can now pass down the book to his granddaughter, and so on. And they don't really need to be there physically to have the remedies, available to us, because I noticed that is what happened with a lot of our ancestral remedies. It got lost in translation. And so the thing about it is we don't have the great grandmas to be here anymore. And with this book, it'll always be here to get passed down from generation to generation, which is, why we say, yes, it is so beautiful that you just want to have it on your bookshelf. And I do the same thing, because it's there for keepsakes. It's there for when you really need it. It's there to be there for generations to come. So that is really a little bit about me. Like I said, I studied holistic health. I went back to school for it. I always just continued learning my studies, because it's different from just study self-education. That was my biggest thing. But then I knew I needed to go back to school to really get a really thorough understanding of holistic health itself. And for me, it's just never stop learning.
I'm very proud of you, sister, because you seem like a younger sister, of course, younger than I am, of course, but, no, because I encourage all my children. I have 9 children and 10 grandchildren, and I encourage all of them to always, I collect books, I read, I study. Ali and I have supported each other's books. My numerology, I've supported his book and his esoteric information and the books that he's written over years. I've been at his venue, and I see him in the background, so I'm going to bring my brother on, because that's my brother now, my Gemini brother. I'm Aquarius, so I hear Gemini, misnomer Aquarius and misnomer Gemini. So, but I am so proud and honored to see sisters like yourself getting on top of that, especially learning from your past, learning from what has happened in your family and passing it down, because the next generation is always supposed to take it to the next level. And that's what I tell my own children. So I'm proud of you, and let me give you a well-deserved round of applause for that. I got to give you another applause for that. I pay these people to clap, so I got to make sure they all right. Where y'all at? There y'all go. There y'all flip and go. Y'all too slow. Okay.
You're
now,
hilarious.
Without any further ado, let me bring on your partner in this book here. This brother here. My brother, founder of the Aboriginal Medical Association, and Arna, of course, he's the Minister of Health and the phototropic cell concept detailing the ability to remove any disease state. Dr. Ali is also the developer of a biocosmology diagnostic system which caters to the non-invasive diagnostics of indigenous people. Let's welcome right here on King Simon Present for the first time, my brother, Dr. Ali Muhammad!
I feel like Muhammad Ali in this joint, bro. What's good? Peace, guys.
You know, brother, you didn't give her the memo, brother. You ain't tell her what type of person I am when I
I wasn't expecting any of this, so I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, you in for a shock. This is the best promoter on the planet right here. Peace.
How you been, beloved? How you been?
I'm doing good, brother. Doing real good. How are you?
I'm good. Well, meet my co-host, Empress Aisha Moore. Empress, turn on your mic. Your mic is off. Go ahead, turn on your mic and meet it.
Peace, Sister Empress Aisha. How are you?
Doing great, wonderful. So honored to meet you.
It's my honor. Well, peace, Leanna.
Yo, Ali, look, Ali, this thing here. I told her, first of all, this is something I can hit somebody upside their head and give them few health knowledge. That's what I told her. Bang! You got all the knowledge through osmosis, osmosis.
I know, right?
But I told her, I said, look, I don't even want to touch the book. I want to just put it on plastic and put it on my bookshelf, because it's that clean. It's that. Hey,
it would not have looked like that if it would have only been me. So we got.
I know. So, but that's what we need. We need the balance, the ladies' touch, the female touch, make it look elegant. And
that's what Dr. Ali said calls well, the feminine touch.
Yo, let me tell y'all. Hold on. Let me put y'all link tree up, because I got your link tree up in here. Let me put y'all link tree up. Anybody who want to get these books, please contact or go through Linktree right here at Linktree / Leanna Hanel and Dr. Ali Muhammad. That's Linktree at Dr. Ali Muhammad. Make sure y'all go to their Linktree and order the book. Yo, it's a reasonable price. I spend money on books. Dr. Ali spend money on books, so I had no problems kicking out the funds. It's just people got to realize, when you get into this health, and it's called An Advanced Guide to Healing Thyself, specially formulated herbal and meals plans to assist the body in self-healing and regeneration. Sorry. Now, Dr. Ali, me and you go back in your history, and you've been in debates, you've been in this, you've been in that, but you've always stood true to the health also. So what made you decided to team up with this beautiful sisters and really produce such a great material here, my brother?
Well, I mean, at the core of it, it was her excellence in presenting the information to social media in a way that people would gravitate towards it. Sister Liana created the page Alkaline Vegan Prep as a way to guide the community in actually how to prepare healthy foods. And it was just her skill at doing it. And once I saw it, I knew it was going to take off. So that page is probably like almost 70,000 people now, somewhere 60,000. And it was that diligence and that focus that allowed for us to take some of the information that I have, take her diligence and her study that she has been, carrying on through her certifications, and put together a team so we could get this information out to people. Now, it's a lot of pages that talk about alkaline foods and different things. I think the unique thing about this is we just stood on the backs of Dr. Joe Pilgrim, Dr. Leda Africa, Dr. Sabi, all the great ones that came before us. And we kept the study going so we could present a very basic, easy method of delivering the information to people so they could use it at home. And I think that's what sparked our partnership. It was the ability to make the information as basic as possible, very advanced information, but make it as basic as possible. So she has a great gift of marketing. As she said, she's a scientist and an artist at marketing. And that's not something that's my specialty. So I'm in the science. I'm like, yo, listen, this is a match made in heaven. We can put this together and do something really good for our people.
No, and people may not know you. People are not, because this is your first time on my platform. You've been on. Matter of fact, you was the first recorded on Sonetta's TV show back in the day. You was the first one that was placed on that, and we was there amongst the whole thing. What's going on? Right. But I watch you constantly. I know. I'm in the chats checking out what's going on. Every time you come up, I watch, and I do respect. Although people may hate and all that kind of stuff, especially about certain things. And haters. As far as I say haters make us greater. That's what I say.
We need y'all.
Yeah, yes, sir. We need it. I know you. And somebody like a young man like yourself is here to not disrespect the elders that came before you, but to add on to make better. And that's what I like. You've always said that. You've said it. Right. It's not to disrespect. And even in the back of your book, what's so interesting in the back of your book, you said the collective assessments of thousands of clients have provided the opportunity to apply extensive, up-to-date research, resulting in the creation of natural herbal remedies and proprietary formulas and the miraculous power of food for healing. Now, up to date to this time. So 3,000 years ago, 3,000 years from now, there'll probably be your ancestors that be updating it for that time. So that's what I just want to make sure we're clear. So let's speak on that. What prompted y'all to really say this was the book, this was it, let's put it out? Because I personally, I hate when anybody say this is the complete guide. I'm glad you said advanced guide, because a lot of people like to say complete guide. And there's no complete anything in this realm. It's like adding a big ass book, and that book is never going to be finished with the amount of knowledge that we keep on developing over the years. From both of your perspective, what made y'all say this was it? We fit the final cut. Let's put it out. Let's start with the sister first. Go ahead.
I think it was because people always were saying they had the remedy for this and they had the remedy for that, and this is the remedy, the cure for this, and they were just trying to say just herbs alone was going to be the cure. And me, I specialize in male plants and nutritional male plants because I know that is what really heals you, and because you cannot just take a single herb and think your illnesses will go away. And I think that came about because I had family members who specifically, I don't want to say any names, my mom, but she would be like, oh, if I take this, this will go away. And I'm like, no, you need to change your eating habits. And so both is necessary. So with Dr. Ali's that has healed many people. And then just even with my male plants alone, that has helped so many people in my family and friends. We knew that the combination together would be very powerful. Yes. And we realized that it wasn't really anything like this, available to people, like we did the search. So I think that's when it was like, we need to put this out.
Yes. But Dr. Ali, from your perspective, sir, please.
Absolutely. I'll just give you a historical note. In 2006, me and a brother named Keith Exum. Shout out to Keith Exum. He's
I remember him. I remember Brother Keith. He wrote a book. Yeah, he got some books.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah. So he was a very close to Dr. Sebi.
Yes.
And he and Keith put on a lecture for Dr. Sebi at Temple University. April of 2006. So this is 15 years ago. And in that lecture, I was listening to Dr. Sebi talk, and the questions that were being asked were just what Leanna said, what herbs fix this? What herb fixes this? What herb fixes this? And Dr. Sebi got mad in the lecture. And he said in the lecture, listen, herbs are food. I'm not telling you to take these herbs to cure disease. I'm telling you to take these herbs to make them a natural part of your nutrition. And that statement alone led me to today. because I knew sometimes when you have a great person that comes along, people don't catch the message until after they're gone.
That's right. That's right.
The core of what's going on, because they're so bright, it's like a sun and you're looking right at it and it's blinding you. And so I was studying Dr. Sebi. I wasn't just, enamored by his personality, which was very big and very captivating.
That's right.
And so that led me from that time all the way to now to say, I need to dig into the science of this. And we started off, myself and Minister Inky, doing the machine diagnostics. And I continued doing chemical testing on foods. Then we moved, after I had left from up north, to the agriculture and planting so we could study. And I said to myself that we have to change the way that we are approaching this through publishing material. Dr. Sebi didn't write books.
That's right. That's right.
He was a teacher. And so I said to myself, we have to document what he did and continue to study it. So if there are areas that we can make improvement, we can make improvement. And so that has been my pathway. And then when I met Leanna, I met a person not only who is invigorated to continue to study, she was not, and I'm going to use this word very carefully, she was not cultish.
Good.
Meaning she had the same disposition of appreciating Dr. Sebi, but being able to say, you know what, we need to look at this thing about mushrooms. We need to look at these things about these things. And so because we made that link and we had a mind that was not afraid to keep respect, but also to push the edge a little bit, then I knew I had the right partner in, carrying on this work that we want to carry on. Because in truth, we are unbiased researchers, even against ourselves, to get best information to our people. And this is the reason why we need to do it. The world is moving very fast, technology-wise, and the number one market will be genetic engineering in food, people, and moving forward. And so nutrition is genetic engineering. You need to understand that. There are courses in college that you can take called nutrigenomics, where you can study the impact of food on the human genome. And so our people are sick and they're changing their genetics with bad food. They don't even know that. So we put this book together in an easy, concise way so they will know exactly what to eat. They don't have to know all of the science, but they have to know exactly what to eat to keep their body in good health capacity. And so the idea is keep the information simple, keep the research advanced, keep it going, create the think tanks, have a platform like this where we can present the information so our people can get, because then we can go to the next stage. And the last thing I want to say is we put formulas that I make. I've been selling formulas for years. I cured my own mother and saved her so she could see her grandchildren. Because if she would have died, she would have never got a chance to see my children. So we put the formulas inside of the book because we're not here to sell herbs. We're here to build farms. We're here to control the industry from the beginning, from the plants coming out of the ground that make it to the supplements. You see what I'm saying? So that's where we want to go with this so that we don't stay behind in the movement of everything. Because if we don't control the agriculture, we can make all the herbs we want. Where are we buying them from?
That's right. That's right. That's right.
If we can't trust those people, we have to, keep this thing moving. And what advanced healing is, it is an encyclopedia to record that information and to start the process of us controlling the narrative.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Sebi controlled the narrative through his voice, but he didn't publish the books. So we're going to, do it that way.
And people, please like, thumb up, and share the video, please, to build the algorithm so people can get the knowledge and information. And of course, you can go to their link tree to buy this particular book. Let me show the front of the book. Of course, I done knocked on my hardcover book, but it's a hardcover book, family. Believe me, an advanced guide to healing thyself. By Dr. Ali Muhammad and and Sister, I'm about to call you. I know she's about to become a doctor soon. I can tell. Leanna Hanel, big up to you, Doctor. Yeah, from my words, from my lips to God's ear. That's how I'm saying it. Now, Sister,
it's funny. You're not the only one who does that. I have family members and even some clients call me doctor, and I'm like, not yet, guys, not yet.
You will be. No, see, I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling the energy. You'll be one of those beautiful doctors too. Show that you're healthy too. And Empress Aisha, do you have a question, please? Send a question, please.
Yes. I would love to say that I first came across you all around December of I think November of last year. Well, around the time when you all put the books out. And I was so impressed with it. And I wish I was like, oh my gosh, and y'all had a discount. And y'all was like, get this book. So I got a discount. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get this book. So I plan on getting this book. My thing is, what is, like, when it comes to the healing, is there certain herbs that you have, like, is it categorized based on men and women? Like, is it sections just for men, sections just for women, and unisex?
Good question.
Yeah. So there's only one section that is specifically for the female reproductive system, and we call it, he has a formula specifically to heal the female reproductive system. And so we created a whole meal plan according to that. So everything else is both genders can be able to take and apply it to, themselves and whoever else they're trying to heal. So diabetes and just even the Heal Off plan, it's not based on, if you're a woman, if you're a male.
Right. What I found so interesting, and I'm glad that he's still focused on female reproductive plan, because Dr. Ali and I come from the Messenger's teachings. Let's be real. And the Messenger says 75% of his work is to the woman.
Right.
Because if you heal the woman, you're going to heal the nation. Let's be real. This is what it is, and let's balance this off right. And in the book, I got the book. I know she hasn't gotten the book yet. He also they also talk about in the healing mind, body, and spirit. From both of your perspective, how does that work? Because some people get confused. They don't know how to control their mind. I mean, people be telling me they have monkey minds. Their mind is all over the place. And if they can't control their mind, they're not going to be able to help their body or their spirit if they don't keep that mind right. So how does that work for it, as far as our people nowadays, that everything is coming at them? Everything is coming at them. This, like you said, the world is moving fast. Everything is coming at them. Paying attention is a commodity. How does this work, as far as this book and the healing factors in this book, work for people out there that need to develop their mind, body, and spirit, or heal their mind, body, and spirit? Please. Who wants to answer that first?
You want me to say something? Or?
It doesn't matter. I just didn't want to overtalk. So
go ahead. Okay, Ali. Go ahead, Ali. Go ahead. Let's.
So, I mean, the basic thing that we have to understand is we can get very advanced and we can be simple.
Yes.
If you're eating cheese, dairy, soy, mushrooms, either of these things. Let's take mushrooms because it fits into veganism or plant-based and not plant-based. All right. So there's an excess amount of ammonia inside of a mushroom, right? And what is that going to do to your brain? You have a part of your brain called a frontal lobe, right? And like every part of the body, it needs circulation. Through the circulatory system. It needs blood, it needs nutrients. So what's going to happen when you dump ammonia inside of your bloodstream from eating mushrooms and getting to the frontal lobe is it's going to stop you from having the ability to concentrate, because it's going to take potassium and other minerals out of those particular places. And so when you say my mind is scatterbrained, what you're saying is my biochemistry is off. That's what you're saying. Because you could take children who are considered ADHD or on those problems. Every scientist knows that they are being overstarched. The starch is blocking up the blood vessels. The starch is affecting what's called about to lose my thought. My brain is out of order right now, but I'm trying to figure out what I was about to say. Got you. The circulation inside of the cell that deals with aerobic transfer. What's the thought? I can't even get this out. Aerobic respiration.
There it is.
Yeah, so aerobic respiration deals with the fact that our cells need oxygen. And so if you're going to give the child rice, you're going to take them to the Chinese restaurant and give them the tray with the broccoli that's genetically modified and all these other things, you're going to take aerobic respiration away from the cells in the brain. You're going to be scatterbrained. So let me say this: mind, body, spirit. When people use these terms, sometimes they can get a little spooky, right? And I don't want to do that to people. What I want to say is that the body is 4 things: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. That is your body, right? So you have physical skin, all right, and bones that are flesh. You have liquid, lymphatic, blood going through your body. You have gases, oxygen and other gases going through, and you have plasma. Now, the part that is plasma is the electrical field, which will build what you're calling your spirituality. But if your blood is slushing around and you have low oxygen, you can't tell me that you're spiritual, because I can prove by testing you that your electrical gradient is not at the level it should be. You see what I'm saying? So if we're going to say we're going to have mind, body, and spirit healing, then we have to look at the fact that spirit is science and science is spirit. It's the same thing. Don't spook anybody out, because then they're going to say, I can meditate, I don't care what I eat. And I can change molecules in with my thoughts and my brain. It's all kind of stuff out here. I can conceive a baby without a man. All I got to do is sit out in the sun, and it's all kinds of stuff. We can go way far with it. What I'm saying is, if just like Dr. Sebi, really simple, if your food is not electrical, you can't claim that you're healing your mind, your body, and your spirit. And a mushroom, even if you're vegan, is not the optimal electrical food. It has too many toxins in it that's going to compromise that. And you can actually track the behavior of people related to the toxins that they take in.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Literally, you can track it. They're doing that now. There's a book. I'm not going to get off of our book because our book covers them, but it covers it in a way that's understood. If you get this book right here, you will learn that the neurotransmitters and neurons that you have in your body have been corresponded to the emotions that you have. So what our book does is it takes in mind that, okay, if we're going to tell people to supplement and eat foods, then what we're going to do is we're going to tell them the foods that match their genome. Because you can say, I get vitamin D3 from a mushroom. And I'm going to tell you, you're getting a vitamin D3 that can't even attach to a receptor in a black brain.
Wow.
You follow me? So now we have a problem where you're going to start damaging that receptor over long periods of time. Then you got osteoporosis and you're vegan and you don't understand what's happening. I eat good. No, you don't. You don't eat good. You can't say I eat good and have a problem. Those two go together. I have people come to me all the time. Doc, I eat good, but I got this issue going on. I got hypertension. Okay, well, that means you're not eating good. We have to stop saying that. So when we say mind, body, and spirit, we're covering the whole spectrum, and it requires us to know something about the physical, biology, and other things. We have to know about the blood work. We got to know the importance of oxygen to aerobic respiration and, scatterbrain. And we have to understand that if we're going to have good oxygen flow, it's going to charge our body and create electrical fields, magnetic fields. That's the spirituality that we're talking about. So a person who can't breathe can't tell me that they're spiritual. You have to be able to control your breath in order to have a focused mind. You can't have a focused mind and you never practice any breathing, and you telling me that you have a focusing problem. Well, of course you do. So you have to learn how to use these mechanisms. And the book is literally detailing all these things to do. In the meal plans, we show you how 3 times a day to do relaxed breathing, how to do visualizations. So the book is not just telling you eat this on Sunday and Monday. It's giving you all of these things. And this is why I said what I said about Dr. Sebi. Great people teach, and they're so bright, sometimes we miss what they're saying. But if you put it in writing and a person reads it 2 or 3 times, by the 3rd time they read it in the book that's on the shelf, they have it. They don't have to wait till the person dies.
Absolutely.
There's not waiting till people die to understand what they say. No, we can get this year, and that's going to speed up our progress.
Powerful. Empress, are you sure you got a question for any of them, for both of them, please?
had a question and he answered it. I was like, I'm disappointed, but I'm happy to say that.
That's what he does. He goes very in depth with his answer that I'm like, wow, I couldn't have said it better.
No, yeah, Ali is known for that. Believe me, Ali has been known for that for years. And you know, well, I always got a question, brother. You know us. We come from that training. You know, just what I always got a question. So, you know, as I've seen you defend the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings. Of course, we grew up on How to Eat to Live, part 1 and part 2. Now, a lot of people are still caught up on the teachings, and I don't mind the foundation. That is the foundation. But again, like you said, in the back of this book, updating the information is very important because there's a lot of members that still have diabetes. The messenger even had diabetes. People don't realize that. People don't, and his brothers and all that. So if that's the case, how can some of our brothers who are and sisters that's part of the FOI, MGT, GCC classes out there in the NOI, how can they make that transition from where they're at to where they need to go?
Well, I think that the most important thing to say about the messenger's teaching is that he said himself that knowledge destroys belief.
Right.
So when we look at the Theology of Time lecture series, that was his last presentation to the public, 72 on. That was his culmination of his teachings. And he said that so many times in the book, I got it here highlighted. So knowledge destroys belief means to me, even if the messenger presents us with a belief, we have to test it.
That's right.
It's to be tested. Now, if you look at this is where we have to break up the cult finding. If you look at his death certificate and read How to Eat to Live, he talks about the things that he's suffering from.
Yep.
In the book.
Yep.
Right? And if you look at the death certificate, diabetes mellitus, bronchial problems, all those things. Now, How to Eat to Live was a great start, and even Dr. Sebi said so. He gave acknowledgement to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for attempting to bring us how to eat to live, to teach us discipline, eating 1 meal a day, and eating the proper foods. But now what we have learned is there are things in there that are not proper. All right. For one, he would say eat whole raw milk from a cow, right? But he also taught us that there were grafted animals.
Yep.
Right. He taught about graftation. So what we have found is the cow is a grafted animal. It's from an animal in Africa called the auric. They took the auric into India. The animal was out of its natural environment. It had malignant mutations and got weaker. All right. So now what we have is How to Eat to Live telling us that we should eat from a grafted animal, a cow. And we know just from the basic thing that most Black people are lactose intolerant. What does that mean? We're allergic to the lactose in the milk of the cow. So if we're allergic to it, it's going to create an immune response. And the messenger suffered from that immune response, and it led to his death. He was older, of course, but he did die of complications. You know what I mean? He didn't die 110 years old in his sleep. He died of those complications. So that means that you had a great man who started a great foundation, who taught 90% right in the book, and the 10% that wrong that they're still doing is impacting the group. And all we're saying is How to Eat to Live was a good start. A great start. But however, we're not cult followers. As a matter of fact, the messenger's teachings kill cult followers because it taught that we are all gods.
Gods, that's right.
We don't have anybody to worship in that sense as far as each other. So why would we make him a cult leader or anybody else a cult leader when the man is telling us knowledge destroys belief, you are the supreme being, and that you should study these teachings so that we can build something for ourselves. How to Eat to Live is a great start. Any brothers and sisters who are in the FOI, who are my fellow brothers and sisters, will have actually stopped talking to me because I critique things out of these books. And what I say to them is, you are cursing your own children because now my children will have all this advanced information, no cult like mine, and they're going to be 3 steps ahead of your children when in fact they could have all been together in the same thought, pushing our institutions forward. This is not about Dr. Ali or the messenger or anybody. This is about us as a group and our legacy that's coming after us.
Well, Dr. Ali, well, once again, I'm so happy that please share and like and thumb up this video, share the information because the information is powerful. And I need y'all to share this because, and also support the book. If you want to get the book, family, please go to their link tree. Go to their link tree. That's called Leanna Hanel, of course, or Dr. Ali's link tree, and go get the book. It's on the link tree right now. And this is the beautiful book. Not only is this book is a beautiful hardcover book, I'm telling you, you're going to want to put this on your shelf and read it, study the breakfast, the meal plans, and all the different things. Already, I'm looking into it and studying the meal plans. And I like to be fair, because we come out of these teachings, we come out of seeking knowledge from the cradle to the grave. We like to say all of this, but we don't want to use it or apply this. We can get all this knowledge we want, Dr. Ali, but if we don't want to apply it, it don't make sense to me. That's why I always enjoy coming around you and other brothers and sisters that have a free mind, even while we was in the nation. Even Dr. Khalid Muhammad had a free mind to study and implement certain things while we was at the FOI class back in the day. I understand. But Sister Liana, I want to ask you a question. With your family, when you got into this holistic practice, was there a fight with your family? Was there a fight with the friends around you? How did people accept you getting into this holistic practice, so to speak?
Initially, and this was years ago, they would make fun of me. If we go out at restaurants and I'm asking if it's organic, because especially something simple as an apple, and the workers didn't know if it was, and I had cousins and uncles that make fun of me to this day. They would tell the same story, and it's like they don't understand and the reason behind it. So I had to educate my little cousins because they heard the story, because clearly they make fun of me behind my back too. And I had to tell them, like, do you know the reason why I made sure that it's organic? Because the pesticides can cause so many illnesses and disease. The accumulation of toxins over time can lead to a variety of diseases. This was maybe 6 years ago even, and I heard the story of my sister's friend. She ate healthy. She ate plant-based, and she was vegan. But it was one thing that she wasn't doing. She was accumulating. She was always juicing, right? And she would get fruits and vegetables that was non-organic. She ended up getting brain cancer. And they're like, how someone who's always juicing, someone who eats, predominantly plant-based and taking in so many vegetables and fruits, how can they get brain cancer? And they found out it was the accumulation of the pesticides, glyphosate, for instance. It was the biggest one that is used, and as the pesticide to kill off the to protect it's supposed to protect the crop, in which really just they do it so they can yield more crops. But anyway. She ended up with brain cancer. So someone who is actually trying to live a healthy life ended up getting brain cancer. And so that's why it is important that, I, eat organics. But after that instance, like, they're all kind of used to it. They knew, all about my holistic practices. And, a lot of people shunned away from it. And those are the people that ended up, sadly passing away. Yes. Just because a lot of people can be really stuck and just very, very one-minded, and just it's cognitive dissonance where they only know their way, and if they hear another way, they don't want to hear it because it's opposite of what they've been programmed to believe. And they're very institutionalized to what the government and what they went to school for taught them to believe. And I even have family that are nurses and doctors, but they come to me for natural remedies because they, they're not healing, and they don't have the solution. But previously, years before, I was a certified holistic health practitioner, and it was just me, self-educating myself. It was, I didn't really know anything because I didn't, go to school for what they went to school for. But of course, the westernized teachings for school to be, for the doctorate programs, and it's really programmed to be in benefit of pharmaceutical companies. And it's really disheartening, but that's where the money is. I was just watching this documentary the other day, and it's one single company that makes a pharmaceutical company making $1 trillion a day. And someone was like, well, how come we don't hear about them when they talk about, you know, Amazon being, you know, one of the billion-dollar companies and trillion-dollar companies, because they don't want to be known that they're making all this money off of the sickness of our people. They don't want to be known that they're billionaires off of a diabetic supply company to keep us sick. And I think that is what is really, honestly, what also pushed me to do it, is to see that people who, family members who have to take so much medication for years and years and never got better and only got sick.
That's right.
But in the book, we give you the solution where you don't have to continue, you know, taking medication or continue to not get the healing that you need. And that's what it all comes down to. Just see people who can't afford the medications because the pharmaceutical companies are increasing the prices of their medication and they can no longer afford it. And that they only know that that is what they need to stay alive. And they can't afford it, so they end up passing away, or they end up being in debt to their lives. That is what this is really all about. This is what I really want this book to be for those people where they have the opportunity to be healers for themselves and not feel like they need pharmaceutical companies or hospitals and those, you know, $40,000 bills and getting their home taken because they are just trying to stay alive. And with these teachings and these nutrition plans that, you know, they can be passed on to generations where, you know, their children don't have to suffer from this and, you know, and don't have to be compromised by what is being given.
I understand. I mean, and that's powerful, sister, because what you just said is what Dr. Africa said years ago. The late, great Dr. Africa says that the disease has become an industry. It's an industry. They make billions of dollars off of every little disease out there.
Trillions now.
Yes, trillions right now.
But they don't want you to know that.
Yes, they don't want you to know that. Of course not. Now, Empress Aisha, please share your question, please, my sister. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted, beautiful. Mic is muted. You mute your mic. Take your mic off. I got you. I took it off. Go ahead. Unmute your mic. There you go. Go ahead.
I did. Okay, great. Did you all hear me?
Yes.
No, we did.
I love what you are doing. Like, to me, like, I was so moved, you know, when I heard about the book, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so eager to get this book. Like, I can't wait. I'm giving myself to like around March. No, what is this? Already March. Next month, the latest, to make sure I have the book, because I'm going to make sure that I get the knowledge and also share the knowledge and, you know, also promote. But my I remember years ago when I was just, you know, doing some light studying on holistic healing, and I was reading about the cancer you know, centers and how they would promote food to eat for their cancer, for the people who have cancer, and they would tell them these are the foods that you should eat. And come to find out, a good portion of the foods that they was telling them that it was good for them and healthy for them and safe for them to eat was not. It was just that they were being sponsored by those companies, you know. So, and to me that was very hurtful, because I'm wondering like how many people lost someone, you know, or how many people lost their lives because they felt like, okay, I could eat this, I could eat that. My ultimate question is like, I know there's a difference between a food that for people, you know, of melanin and for people who are other. And it's like, you know, like I think you all mentioned something about yogurt, or someone mentioned something about yogurt, and saying that white women, it's okay for them to eat it. I believe it's Dr. Ali, if I'm not mistaken, forgive me if I'm wrong. But, you know, but for women of color, like ourselves, we should not eat it. So it's like, you know, so how do, you know, I know you all books going to teach us things, but, you know, do you all have like, not just like, could you just elaborate more on that? Like the difference between the foods that we eat and the foods that's safe for them, just because it's not good for us or not good for them. Like, what is the difference? Like that blew my mind. Like they can eat something that's not healthy for us, but I guess anything we eat could be healthy for them. I don't know how it works. Like how does that work?
Go ahead.
You want me to?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right, so let's just take that example that you use. Women are taught that the yogurt is good for the vaginal canal and all that stuff, right? And in that sense, we can talk about it in the sense of probiotics, because that's a popular thing. Kombucha's all over the shelves inside of stores, other things. And so what they're proposing is that bacteria are a part of our intestinal tract, right? And so they're going to help us digest our food, right? What most people don't know is that the immune system does 70% of your digestion. And what I mean by that is antibodies, little small things inside of your body that you get from your parents. Your ability to synthesize them, you get from genetic information from your parents. So that goes back thousands and thousands of years. And so those antibodies will attack something that's foreign to your body. Now, what's foreign to our body as Black people is not foreign to their body, because they've been living in a different part of the planet. They haven't been here longer, and they have developed differently. So let's say we take the yogurt and we eat it. What's going to happen inside of our body? Now we have billions of bacteria that are foreign to our digestive tract. The types of bacteria that we need from our digestive tract come from things like dulse, kelp, all these things that grow in subtropical and tropical environments. They have bacteria on these plants, and these have become a part of our genome. They have become a part of our digestive tracts. So when we're eating dulse, sea vegetables, proper sea moss, and those things, then now we're getting the type of probiotics that we need inside of our bodies to help us digest. And we've been doing that same thing for as long as we've been on the planet. White people have been here, Eurasians have been here for a shorter amount of time, and they lived in colder climates where the bacteria that developed in those areas were not the same as subtropical and tropical environments. So instead of eating yogurt, we should be eating sea vegetables, which is what we put inside of the nutritional plan. We got whole plans, soups, meals with these types of things. And what we are not telling you is we're building your natural genome back by taking these things in. But here's the kicker. Where is the dose coming from? Is it from the company that sells it in Maine? Because that's a different type of dose than what you would get in Jamaica, what you get in Belize, what you would get in these other areas. And then we go to sea moss. Sea moss has a whole bunch of bacteria on it that's healthy for you if you're getting it from Jamaica. But if the sea moss comes from France and Europe, it's not even the type of moss that you need to be putting inside of your body. So some of the stuff deals with where we traditionally live, subtropical and tropical environments. The food from those areas matches our genome. It's been our neutral genomic drive for as long as we've been on the planet. So the real issue is we're following people on the planet who we have been here longer than them, and we just can't follow them because it's going to make us sicker. So what this book is about is giving you the foods and the supplements that fit you. And a larger part of the problem is we think we're all the same because we keep hearing that. We keep hearing, oh, we're 99% like the chimpanzee, like 99% genetically like the chimpanzee. They'll give you a study that shows that the average African American has 64% of a difference in their genomics than the average European. So if we're 64% different than them, how are we all 99% like the chimpanzee? Somebody is lying. You saying that's the double speak that takes place. So all we're saying is, yes, they can eat yogurt because their bodies are predisposed to accept the bacteria and the ammonia and those things. But let me say something to them too. And this is not disrespectful, because mentally we can all be at different levels, and there might be a white person that is mentally more efficient than a Black person. But when we go to biology, we are superior biologically in the sense that the earth is here. It presents us with an environment. We've been here longer. And so this is why you want our blood. This is why you want the placentas from Black women. This is why you want these things, because you need the telomeres in them to make you live longer, which are small parts of the genes. All we're saying is biologically, the secret is that we are more advanced than them. And to hide that, all these industries are created to mask that and to steal from our bodies. We need to eat the right things so that we can have our legacy. And in doing so, what Leanna just said is the kicker. The reason why they would want to kill a natural doctor like a Dr. Sabi or whoever is because I hate to say this, and I'm not trying to be funny, but it's the Malcolm saying, get your hand out of my pocket. Putting your hand in my pocket when you teach women to eat instead of teaching them that they need monostat or whatever it is to heal their yeast infections or whatever is going on. You're putting your hand in my pocket when you write a book like this, because if people start listening to you, we're going to have less money. We're going to have investors who invest in our industries. And all we're saying is, if we put it in a book, then we all doing it. Who cares who gets killed? I don't want Leanna to get killed, but I don't mind.
That's right.
I don't care about that kind of stuff. I really don't. What I care about is that the group can win. And the group can only win when everybody is on equal footing about a knowledge of self. A knowledge of self is, what do I know about my own body? Oh, I don't know enough. Let me get the advanced healing book so I can start the process of not only learning, but it's in my home. I'm actually doing the experiment on myself. I'm the scientist. And that's what we want to push towards.
That's people, please share this video, man, because they're sharing so much is so important. And thank you, Leanna, for sending me the website. I want to make sure I put up the website because that's important. You know what I'm saying?
I think that would be easier for them to try to find it on our link tree. ReadToHeal.com. The purpose of that is for our people to understand you really do need to read to heal. And the answers are and the solutions are in the books. And we, just as you, Brother King Simon, Dr. Ali, Empress as well, we all learn through reading. We realize that the solutions come from the books that we read, and we collect that information and we dissect it and realize, okay, this is real, this is true, this is false. And so the answers are in the books. So we created readtoheal.com so they can get the book on there and just start healing from home with the book.
Would you like some questions from the audience, family? Would y'all like some questions from the audience? You don't mind?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Real quick. As long as y'all are not, look here. Let me tell y'all. Let me
get out of here with some of the questions, but we good. We can handle it.
Okay, don't worry. Let me just put myself up in the front. Let me tell y'all something. This is a troll-free zone. Nobody come up here with this. You want debates? This ain't no debate. This is education. Y'all know I don't deal with that. I'm more about peace. I'm about balance. He knows. I brought him and another person together on stage just to calm it down. I don't like that foolish. So he knows I'm about the peace. I'm born under the Aquarian energy, the humanitarian misnomer Aquarian. So I like to bring the peace, family. That's all. So any trolls, I will delete you and move you on and keep it moving. No trolls, please. I ain't got no time for the trolls. All right, now let's get back to holistic business here. Let's get back to holistic business. All right. So let's go to the questions.
So funny.
All right. Yeah, hey, I try to keep it. Hey, Dr. Ali, Dr. Ali, you didn't give her the memo. You didn't tell her who I was.
He is the ultimate peacemaker in the community.
Love it. I love it.
He didn't stop me from going into some people's mouth physically, bro.
Yeah. And Dr. Ali, to be honest, I come from that era of we putting it in on the drug dealers and all the madness in the community back in the day. I come from that era. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my healing segment right now. These people, we are all saints, saviors, soldiers, scholars, healers, and killers, like Dr. Collins said. Let's not be on it. But
I know you've been on that Sanuka's room, Matt, bro. I know you've been getting it in.
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. That's the family. That's the family. Here's a question from one of the audience members. Let's see. They just said, what is the best way to transition to vegan lifestyle? Please, anyone.
I would say just to start with a plan. People, especially a lot of my clients, and even a lot of the people who've gotten the book, previously, they always had the intention to start a plant-based lifestyle. They wanted to transition. They knew what they needed to do. They, you know, they stopped eating meat. But then they always reverted back to their old ways because they didn't have a plan. So that's why we specifically created these plans and this book, not only to heal, but to provide guidance of the things that you should be eating. That's why we have a whole food guide of what you should be eating. And we also tell you what foods you should to avoid and the reasons why. So the biggest thing is just really to have a plan. But otherwise, if you just like try to quit cold turkey, you'll end up reverting back to your old ways because you don't have any guidance. So I would say, of course, to start, you know, get rid of the animal products that are in your fridge and you know, that's what I did. But I also already had a plan, not just in my mind, but written down of what I would be doing to substitute the things that I'm taking away, because I still want to eat. I'm a foodie. So I still want to make sure that I'm eating good, but I wanted to make sure I'm eating the right things, you know, and I failed. I failed a lot of the times because I didn't have, you know, the right salad plan that we're giving you guys now, you know, of the right foods to eat. Like I was, you know, I started with the alkaline food guide and plant-based Dr. Sabi's guide, and I was, you know, not eating all the right things. And there was some things that wasn't on his list that I should have been eating. So that's what I'm saying. Like it was really trial and error. And so to save that, you guys from having to fail and, you know, mess up, we do have these plans, so many different recipes to really help guide you along the way.
Right. Another question on Jennifer P says, can you please touch on heart disease? A family member has congestive heart failure. How can we reverse this?
Want me to touch on?
You know.
Yeah, you could. What doctor you want to answer? Go ahead, doc.
Okay, so every heart problem, the secret to every heart problem is that it's a lung problem and a nutritional problem. The heart is a valve, and it is your breathing that gives the energy for the heart to beat. We know this because what? If you get on the treadmill and you're breathing faster than normal, what happens to your heart rate? It goes up. If you're meditating and you slow your breathing down, what happens to your heart? It slows down. So the lungs control the heart. And so if you're doing things to damage your lungs, a lot of dairy products and other things clogging up the gas chamber, right? Remember, solid, liquid, gas, plasma. The gas chamber is plugged up, and the heart is really a plasma organ. It is an electrical organ because it's always working, beating. All right. And so what we need to do with heart disease is understand that we have to have good respiration, good breathing. The breathing also drives down the cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. And when you have a lot of stress from cortisol, what happens to your arteries and your veins? They go through something called vasoconstriction, which means they kind of squeeze down like a muscle. Imagine having a 5-lane highway that shuts down to a 1-lane highway. What's going to happen to the traffic? It's going to be a traffic jam. But in your body, that traffic jam is not cars. It's the vitamins, it's the nutrients, it's everything that's supposed to be going somewhere. Bam, now they're in a traffic jam. And it's all because of the stress. But the stress is there because you don't know how to breathe. So if you learn how to breathe and relax, you're going to kill the vasoconstriction. You're going to have vasodilation, which is the ability for the arteries to stay open. Then you can understand, you know, corresponding to that, the nutrition that's necessary. The heart is a muscle. It needs calcium. You know, the heart is distributing the blood. It needs iron, right? And so the oxygen is attached to the iron. But if you are eating genetically modified spinach every day, there is a bacteria in it called enterobacter that steals your iron, which is why a lot of women will experience anemia, whether they're vegan or not. They putting the Savoy spinach in their smoothie, and that bacteria is in there stealing their iron. They're like, yo, I'm vegan. I don't know why I still have anemia. Or they just on a really bad diet and they're smothering all of their nutrients. So heart disease is nutrition. It is stress reduction through proper breathing, and it is proper exercise. Now, the last part I have to say, it doesn't affect a lot of young people, but it affects older people. And the greatest sign is marathoners. if you look at a marathoner, one thing that you're going to notice is they usually have big calves, and their arms and body is very skinny, kind of bony and atrophy. And that is because they're doing excessive cardio. Excessive cardio is when the heart is given a pace that's strong, but it isn't given an interval to rest. So this will look like if you're doing it healthy, I'm on the treadmill and I'm running for a little while, then I walk. I run, then I walk. What are you doing when you're walking? You're allowing for the heart to relax so it doesn't go into stress mode. So excessive cardiovascular exercise, long distance running, those things, you have to watch out for that when you start getting older because it can contribute to your heart. So even though you're exercising, you still got a heart problem. So your nutrition, your exercise, your stress reduction, your supplements, and you just covering the whole grounds. And, you know, if you're not covering those things, the heart disease is going to stay there. You know, if you got bad emotions with a relationship, that's cortisol. All the bad things, the bad energy, the bad people is driving up a chemical in your body. So, you know, your environment is also very important because it affects your biology. So heart disease, you need nutrition, you need really good control over your breathing, you know, do some breathing exercises, go in a little closet, a room, breathe for 3 times a day, 2 minutes, deep breathe and relax. And get this book because I guarantee you, if you follow this book, you won't get sick. It's other things to learn still. It's other hacks to go. But if you follow the book, you will not get sick.
You heard the man say guaranteed. You hear that? You hear what him said? Like, I'm have to say it in my Jamaican tongue. You hear what him said? Him said guaranteed. So somebody just asked a question before we go to Empress Aisha Moore. She said, how do you know what is healthy? One year olive oil is good, the next year it's not. How do you know what's healthy, Dr. Ali? Come on, and Dr. Liana, I'm going to call you doctor from now on. Stop playing.
Right. Well, we know what's healthy by how we feel when we take it. That's just being if you
one thing I have. Oh, go ahead. You can keep going.
No. Go ahead. Because
I was going to say. So the thing with olive oil is they taught it as healthy because it is a better alternative to than what our people would normally use for oil. Many of our people was using canola oil. So many people still do, and other oils that is terrible, safflower oil, all these other oils that is terrible for it. So that was a healthy alternative. But what it all comes down to, excessive oil intake is never healthy for the body at all. It is a concentrated fat, and it slows down the movement of the food to get through the body itself. It can clog up the arteries. So even myself, I used to cook with minimal oil, but now I rarely ever use oil, just knowing the effects that it can make. So minimal to little oil is best, and we give you the best oils to use in the book as compared to the oils that is very detrimental for your health.
Sister Empress Aisha, please share your question, please. Go ahead.
I'm looking in the background of Dr. Ali, and I see those products back there, and I was curious about your products. And I want to know also, Sister Liana, what products do you have as well? I mean, you know, could you elaborate on those things?
Right. All right. So I didn't hear the first part of the question when she was saying. She said she saw the products, and she said, "What did you say, sis?"
Yeah, the products in the back. I'm curious about, like, what products do you sell? You know, like. Books is good, and then I'm like, okay, now what else do we have? Like, it was like a little shopping center going on over here.
Right. All right, so what I'll do is I'll give my caveat. These are not anything but food. That's the first thing I want to say. This is food behind me. Just like if you had something in the refrigerator, you open up, you had some juice. That's what that is. And so slide back and grab one so you can understand what I'm saying. These products. Yeah, I got it. These products are the purpose of a supplement for me is to get somebody back into a state of homeostasis and health because they've been lagging and because of the toxins. So all it does is speed up recovery. Once you get to recovery, your nutrition should take care of everything. That's one. Two, these products, like say this Nutriplex, I don't use any external stuff to make this. Meaning I'm using a sprouting technique to get minerals inside of the plants. And so I'll take some rock mineral dust fertilizer, put it in the sprouting mechanism, and have the seeds in there. And in about 2 weeks, the sprouts come up. I have everything I need because that plant has absorbed the minerals properly. If I go get herbs from a farm or somewhere, I don't know if iron is in the plant because I don't know if it's in the soil. Mm-hmm. So this is one of the things the book covers. You can't tell me what's in the herb if you didn't grow it, because you don't know what's in the soil. And iron, calcium, all those things, plants can't make them. They have to absorb them from the soil. And if the soil don't have it, the plant doesn't have it. That's important as an herbalist. So this is Nutriplex, and it's designed to give you the minerals that you need in your body and the vitamins that you need, right? But your liver makes vitamins. If you're on good nutrition, the black liver can make every vitamin that's out, including vitamin D3. That's important to know. So you don't need to actually take supplements to make vitamins. What you need is a period of time, maybe about 2 or 3 years, of invigorating yourself with the right nutrition and the right supplements and exercise. Then when you get to that particular point and you're getting healthy foods in your body, you don't need to supplement. Mm-hmm. We're supplementing because of poor agriculture. We haven't had control of the agriculture, and we've been behind in eating properly. So this is food to speed up the process. That's all it is. So Nutriplex, Mega Leaf for your immune system. That's another product that we use. But the beautiful thing about all of this is you can get the book. You can make this stuff yourself.
That's good.
He's giving away his proprietary formulas.
Yeah, that's right.
All of them besides Nutriplex, but so all of his formulas that he's healed so many thousands of his clients with. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the ability to be able to heal not yourself, your family, if you're into health coaching, your clients themselves, like, I mean, it's really an investment that can really, it pays off with just healing yourself alone from the issues that you have. And then you get a return because now you're able to help others do it, and teach them how to do it themselves. So, I mean, it's priceless at that point. So, I mean, I'm grateful that Dr. Ali was, so kind to share all of his formulas with us, because how most doctors are, they do not like to share their proprietary formulas that they took so many years to perfect, and to have that at your hands, it's just so much gratitude. We have to give so much, praise and, thanks to Dr. Ali for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
No, and people, once again, please share, get the book. Look, it's worth it. I know Sister Aisha Moore wanted to catch the discount. I did catch the discount at $300. It's $400, family. I caught the discount at $300 because it was around February, which is my birthday month. So I made sure I gave myself a birthday present. I've spent hundreds of dollars on clothing and all that. Who said I can't spend it on my health?
Exactly.
Health first. Y'all all going to health first for insurance plans and all that. Health first. That's the name of the book should be too. Health first. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Let me say one thing about the Nutriplex. There is a formula in there. It's called the Thymax. The Thymax will do everything that the Nutriplex basically does. So they will get, this, but just because of the name and the patent, the copyright and trademarks I didn't want to put that particular name in. I wanted to keep that one. But Thymax in the book, when you get the book, it will do everything that this one does.
Okay. Somebody just asked a question. Dominique Ferguson. That's a name I know. Ferguson. I grew up with that name. I'll tell y'all that story later. Because Colin Ferguson, I knew Colin Ferguson. It was just crazy to me.
Wow.
But y'all know who he is, right? I'm not even gonna go there. But Ferguson, Dominique Ferguson, he said, Dr. Ali, with my book, I bought the Mega Leaf Immune System. Is there an expiration? It just came in the mail last week. Is there expiration date to your Mega Leaf Immune System?
Yeah, it will. If you keep anything in solution too long, it will start to break down, and because it's in fluids. So I would say that the idea behind buying a supplement, I'm not saying that this brother does this, but sometimes our people do this. They buy something and they want to put it in the fridge or put it somewhere, and it stays there for 4 months or 6 months. And the idea behind taking a supplement or buying a supplement is to use it immediately, because it's, again, condensed nutrition. So I would say use the Mega Leaf within 60 days. You know what I mean? Because saving it is not to be saved. It's to be put inside the body to speed up, releasing toxins and doing those things. And we should not just put supplements. Just think about it. If outside is alive and we get all our nutrition outside, by the time we bring something into the house, if it stays in the house for 6 months, where is the energy in it? You know what I'm saying? Where's the vitality in it? It's not going to be there. So we shouldn't think about supplements of storing it in a cabinet for 6 months and then just kind of slow grazing off of it. That's a bad health decision. Nutrients, in the sense of supplements, should be used immediately because they will have a shelf life. So if you use it within 2 months, you're safe. It's going to stay that way. After that 60-day period, you're going to start to see a breakdown or deterioration. Pretty much anything, even if it has things in it that are antifungal, antimicrobial, things of that nature.
Right. Okay. Somebody just asked my brother Michael Washington said, "Peace, family. Not able to find the liquid items from the Nature's Plus for the formulas in the book. Also, not able to find the ionic copper or the copper base. I think chlorophyll. I think he's trying to finish. I don't know if that's."
I can answer that. You can literally get copper-based chlorophyll from Whole Foods, Sprouts, Amazon, anywhere. All you literally have to do is go in there, copper-based chlorophyll, and there's a particular brand that we recommend. What's the name of that brand? It's really popular. I might have it in the cabinet. I can go grab it and just show it. But copper-based chlorophyll, you can find it. The one that people are having a hard time finding is the hypericum. And there's only one company that sells it. It's called Biogetica, Biogetica. They're in India though, but they will ship. It takes a little while to get here. Otherwise, you have to try to grow the hypericum mycorrhizae and use hypericum mycorrhizae for HIV, herpes 1, 2, and 4, and other things. It's in the cure-all. So you can get the cure-all formula, but you can get the liquid, the hypericum mycorrhizae from biogetica.com. Takes maybe 3-4 weeks for the products to get here, because guess what? You cannot find this herb, hypericum mycorrhizae, anywhere here. As far as I know, I'm the first person to grow it, and it's very hard to grow. I have to grow it in Georgia when it's really, really hot, because it grows in India, Asia, and parts of East Africa. So you can get that from biogetica.com as far as the liquid if you're making the formulas.
Wow. How have you been dealing with the cold that be passing through Georgia every now? I'm in Florida right now, so.
Hey, when it's cold outside, it ain't cold in here. That's all I got to say. I ain't going outside.
Any questions, Aisha? Do you have any questions, Empress? Do you have any more?
I'm so grateful to you all. I'm really eager to get this book. I've been eager for months, and I'm feeling like I'm a little bit behind my schedule, but that's okay.
Don't worry, I'm gonna help contribute to your book. Just make sure you get the balance. Let's make it happen. We want you to have the book. Hey, look, I live in abundance. That's how I live. So what I get, matter of fact, when I bought the book, I made $600 back. So it was what it was. That's abundance.
It's an investment. You're not spending when it's an investment. The money comes back to you.
Comes right back. Believe me. And that's the mindset that Ali and Liana is trying to tell. Not only do you think healthy in abundance, but you have to think mentally and spiritually in abundance. Remember, it's plasma and everything else that Brother Dr. Ali brought up. So you have to make sure all of that work together to manifest and pull things towards.
Yes.
You know, that's not spooky. That's good.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Please get the book. And one more question I would like to ask. Please get the book at www.readtoheal.com. That's www.readtoheal.com. You know, I got this from Yogi the Tea, right? And it says, I drink Yogi tea. It says, the principal ingredients of life is love. That's what Yogi Tea says. So I know these two. I know Ali a little bit more, than sister, but I can see feel her spirit and her energy that it's not how much they know, it's how much they care. And it's about love. Right. That's the principal ingredients in life. That's what this, and I had to use that because it struck me before I came on, and I was drinking that tea, my ginger tea, and I was like, you know what? These people are doing it as a labor of love. Right. This is not, and it's gonna be lasting eons, and their relative and their ancestors will have to update it for that period of time. Just like Dr. Ali and her have taken all of the great masters, because they are using a lot of the great masters' recipe. I see it in here.
You see it?
Yeah, I lived in Dr. Africa's house, visit back and forth. I see what this brother is doing. I've brought in Dr. Sabi. I've worked with the Queen of Four. I've worked with Paul Gars and all these great ones that are doing great work that have done. I've read the books and studied stuff in his book. I have got his books, Dr. Ali's book. Right. It's a labor of love, family. And like it said on this Yogi tea, it says the principal ingredient of life is love. Please go and support the book. If you love yourself, we always say we know ourselves, we want to do for self, we love ourselves. If you love yourself, get the book. Get the book. 3 of y'all in your family can come together and get the book. 4 of y'all can put $100 each and get the book in your family, because it's going to be an heirloom in your family for the rest of your life, for their life. This is what we got to do. This is what we got to support. Any last statements that the family wants to make? Ali, Liana, go first. What's your last statement you want to make towards our family here that's watching?
I just want to thank you guys for having us on here, King Simon and Empress. It's really been a pleasure to really just share the reason behind of us creating this book. And you guys know our pure intentions is really to give the power back to you guys to be able to heal yourselves and not have to depend on anyone else, any doctor, any pharmaceutical company. It's really for you. It's up to you now to become the healer and step up to heal yourself, heal your families. We're not going to sit back and allow them to just, tell us what we need. We know what we need, and we're giving the power to you to be able to share that with others. So I just really want our people to really step up to heal ourselves and take that power back. So that's all I got to say.
All right.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to King Simon, and thank you to Empress Aisha for even bringing us on the platform. A lot of times what the brother just said, the concept of love, and I think what goes with love is the concept of sharing.
Yes.
And so we all have platforms and social media, where we're sharing, messages, and to invite other people on to your platform where you already have things going on and other people going on or whatever is a sign of sharing. And I think that is what is going to get us over. As a matter of fact, I know it because history is best qualified to reward our research. And I think that Black people have done the best on the planet because we have been the most sharing, or the attitude of sharing has been something that is a core of our culture. So when other things were going on that wiped other people out and wiped Neanderthals out and whatever, we stay here through all of the changes and other things that take place on this earth because we share, and we share because we love. And let me say to the people, if you love yourself, you will take better care of yourself. Let me tell you something. You can study all the astrology and all the other stuff, everything, metaphysics, whatever. If you are not going to study your body, you're doing yourself a disservice.
That's right. Because
you only get one in this lifetime that I know of.
That's right.
And so you want to take good care of it, and you want to live life happy and peaceful. You can't live life happy and peaceful, toxic. It's just, it doesn't go together.
It does.
Yeah. And so lastly, I want to thank Leanna because she took time out of her life where she was already in a career and made a personal decision that affected me personally. I didn't. I knew when she started studying and doing the things. I never knew we would be here at that time. Yeah. But we arrived here based on another person's decision. So we all need to know how much we can affect our personal decisions affect other people's lives.
That's right.
That's a big thing. And so that's where the love comes in at, because it's shown, it's manifest. It becomes a reality in your life. So this book has become a reality in my life, in my home, with my children. And, it's an opportunity for the community to take it and embrace it and just keep the knowledge, expanding and building.
Once again, let's give them a well-deserved round of applause for coming on. Give them a round of applause. Thank y'all very much for coming in. That's right. Let's do it. Let's run that mile. Let's do that workout.
Thank you both as well.
Yes.
Both of you, you're both doctors in my eyes. Y'all doctors, and I appreciate it. But I'm telling you, Brother King Simon, when I heard when I saw that you had already had the platform set up for them to come on, it was, to me, it was when you say, okay, do you want to do this show? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, I got to do this show. Like, I want to be here just to be in their presence. Because I've been watching you all since, like, when I first came across you all, like, last year, like the end of last year. And I'm listening to you both, and I'm seeing you both connection, and I'm seeing you all sharing the knowledge, and you giving us discounts like this. Y'all have given us 2 opportunities so far to get a discount on this book, on the book, and I'm like, oh my gosh! But I'm telling you, King Simon, this is divine intervention. Like, I so badly wanted to meet them. I'm like trending. I'm like going to mess. I'm going to Instagram. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just gotta meet them. I gotta just connect, and I'm just so grateful.
Yes.
So,
I'm grateful too. I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Family, y'all thank y'all very much. Thank you all for coming on. Thank you, Liana. Thank you, Dr. Ali, old friends. I've been trying to link up with you when I'm in Georgia, but you busy man like I am. So I know you don't want to deal with too much stuff. I understand, brother.
Yeah, it's coming from every angle, bro.
Yeah. And you growing, you got a farm and everything. So you doing big things, brother. So everybody, please go and get that book. Also, if you want to find link with them, go to their link tree. The link tree is right here. Also, Dr. Ali's link tree. He's on link tree. And of course, Leanna Hanel, she's on link tree also. Thank you once again. Give y'all a round of applause once again as we take y'all out. Thank y'all very much, man. Thank y'all very much, sister. Thank you very much, my brother. One love. All right.
Salute.
Yeah. All right, salute. Assalamu alaikum, brother. All right. Oh my God. That was beautiful. Love my brother, man.
I should have known, brother Dr. Ali. I didn't know.
Oh, he used to produce lectures every week at the National Black Theater. All the time. And he had one time, and I taught a disaster preparedness class at his spot before. So yeah, he's a good brother. I've watched him grow. I've watched him debate on Sonettas. I've watched him debate on live forums at the National Black Theater. He holds his own. He's a researcher, so I know what it is. So that's why I had to support the brother's book. I've supported other books of his. He supported my book. He supported my table when I used to sell older books back in the day. That brother has supported me. I've supported his family, supported my family. That's just how reciprocation is very important for me. Reciprocation, even friends. I have friends that have never bought my book. Friends, and I put all of their name in my first book. I put a lot of my friends and family in my first book, this book right here, and they have never supported me. And when you have people like Dr. Ali who purchased this book because I didn't have this book out yet, but he purchased this book soon as he seen it and grabbed it from me, and I support him. You got to give respect to what people like him that is doing the work and doing what they got to do. Even who supported me, with people that been support me for years. So that's why I'm very careful about who I call friends lately. I've gotten older, beyond the 40s now, and going into my 50s, and is very careful about who I consider friends, or I just call them associates or supporters. It's just like Abundance Child, who we had on here the other day. Abundance Child, look, she's seen my book out. This book here, the new Motivation for Mental Stability, and she bought 6 books. Boom, off the back. Soon as she seen it was out, they bought 6 books. So, like I said, I'm very careful about who I call friends and who I support. Because when I go to her restaurant, I'm eating. And even when she wants to give me food, I got to give some money or buy something. I got to put my money in, because that's how we're supposed to support each other. We can't be talking about supporting business or or helping each other out. That's what you got to do. So family, that's what you got to do. Be reciprocal, and the money will come back to you. Like I said, as soon as I bought this book, the money came back twofold. And I and hey, that's what it is. So make sure y'all go to the book, go get the book, Read to Heal, Read to Heal, readtoheal.com, readtoheal.com. Liana, Dr. Liana, I'm gonna have to change that, sister. Dr. Liana Hanel, of course, and Dr. Ali Muhammad. Once again, give them a well-deserved round of applause for being with us and, of course, sharing their wisdom and their knowledge. Make sure y'all rewind this and watch it. Let me run down this commercial, and then we're gonna run down some prayers. After that, you'll close it out with the prayers. You don't mind waiting, do you? You all right?
I don't mind waiting.
I don't mind. I'm sounding like that guy from Coming to America. Hey! Yo, did you watch it? Did you get to watch it? Coming to America?
No.
It was I enjoyed it. It's never going to be like the first one, but I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed that all those guys that are probably right around my age, a little older than they looking good. Wesley Snipes, Arsenio. I used to do comedy with Leslie. We used to book Leslie on comedy show, Leslie Jones. So big up for them and their success. It was a very good. We used to have Tracy Morgan at Uptown Comedy Club and with Monterey Ivy and all those guys. And that's, so that was a beautiful thing to see. Even familiar faces, Mutombo and all the great ones, and Asheri and all the great ones that was there, and his daughter, Arsenio. So I suggest people watch it on Amazon Prime, because if everything was open up, I think we would have all gone and dressed up to go to see it. Like the Black Panther, like we did back in the day when we seen it back in the day. I'm telling you, 33 years, that's a good show. 33 years, man. I'm telling you. So, Eddie did a great job. Eddie definitely is a creator, and and I love that people like him, whom I've never gotten to meet personally, but I've always watched Eddie Murphy. I only got to meet Chris Rock. I've met Chris Rock. I've met most of the top New York comedians in New York City. I used to work with them back in the day, promoting for them and all that kind of stuff. So, it's an Apollo Theater. They used to do comedy over there and all that kind of stuff. A lot of them been on the stage. Monterey Ivy used to host Apollo, and then it was people like Capone and Muga also did. Of course, Steve Harvey, various other people. Rudy Rush. I met Steve Harvey also. So it's a great thing to be out there and be willing to meet and greet, and don't be afraid, because they're just human, just like you. They're just human that been through their struggles, been poor, and they made it to a certain. Paul Mooney, of course, I brought Paul Mooney in town. Dick Gregory, I brought in town. So it's a beautiful. Huh?
So I love Paul Mooney. Oh my God.
Paul Mooney. Oh, Paul Mooney, yo. That is a hilarious brother, man. If y'all go on my YouTube channel, y'all see when me and Brother Polite brought Paul Mooney in town, probably in 2016, and we had him at CPAC in Brooklyn, and he was, matter of fact, it's so funny, he didn't make it to the hotel on time, so he had to come straight to the venue, Aisha, and he didn't come with his beard. He had his beard on, and he usually shave off his stuff. He had his beard on, so he just did the whole comedy show with his beard. He didn't even wait. He got paid before he got on that stage, and then he went on and did what he did and tore that place up for an hour and a half, 2 hours straight, and had a good time at CPAC in Brooklyn at that time. So let me run down these commercials real quick. Of course, it's Happy Women's History Month to you, my dear. Of course, got to pick that up. And we got coming up. You coming on for this. I know you coming on for this one. This one is going to be extraordinary, because she is a dear friend of mine for many, many years. She's married to a dear friend of mine also. And she's from the Bronx, but she lives out in Canada right now, but still doing Zoom and all that. If you want to, she is a hypnotherapist coming in to discuss the healing benefits of clinical hypnosis and dispelling the myth of hypnosis. And let me tell y'all something. As I'm doing the research on this, and I want you to do the research too, my dear Aisha, because I'm finding out that this goes back to ancient Egypt. hypnosis. I'm finding out by doing my Greeks, of course, Greek got it from Egypt, and then they went but they used to go into these sleep places to go and sleep and let the people do hypnosis on them to get healed from certain ailments and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this goes back. So that is good. So we got her coming up on Sunday. Sunday at what time? I know I got her at 9 p.m. Sunday on 9 p.m. because she's at a certain time. Of course, on the 17th, we got a physicist and an Audronite creator named Audrey Rumbers. She's coming in. She's also a student of Lloyd Strayhorn, but she's a physicist for over 20 years. On the 21st, we got an acupuncturist for over many years. I think she's been doing it for over 10 to 15 years. We have Dr. MJ coming in. And on the 24th, we have a tantric healer, but also a spiritual teacher and healer herself, a Genesis coming in. And on the 28th, I didn't put that on the flyer. We got a special guest doctor, as a male this time, because he actually pushes women to be entrepreneur and their children to be entrepreneur. And he's going to be coming. I'm not going to mention his name until we get it, but I'm confirming stuff this week with him. And then to close out the month of March, we have Dr. Nalani Valentine, Dr. Phil Valentine's beautiful Empress. She'll be closing out the month of March. Let's give them all a well-deserved round of applause. Let's give them all a very well-deserved round of applause. Yes, we haven't. I know you're gonna be down with all of them. You're gonna be in all of those, right? You definitely gonna be all right. Stop playing now. I know what this is. I gotta ask. Of course, want to big up my daughter's cups. Of course, that's my daughter's teacups and coffee cups. If you drink coffee and all that, make sure you support my little girl. And of course, she got some more material coming out. She is the designer of that cup. She drew and painted that artwork, that eye on the cup, of course. So make sure you salute and give her at teesprings.com. Make sure you show her some love. Also, get my books. New Motivation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple. People are complicated. Numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. And no promotion is bad promotion. All publicity is good publicity. Just spell my name right. If you do want to get those books and get those links, go to my link tree. This is my link tree. That's King Simon the Numerovator. King Simon the Numerovator on a link tree. If you want to find all the links to my website and all those book links, you could go directly and get them all on Amazon instead of going separately. You can go to one place, one shop, all place. One shop, shop one place. You know, whatever they say. One shop, one place, shop all. You get all the stuff. That's what they say. How you say it, beautiful?
You said just go straight to Amazon?
No, it'll take you straight to Amazon through Linktree.
Yeah,
you know? Okay. And of course, talk about your stuff. Say what your stuff. Women Air Adornments. Talk about it. That orgasmic experience. Go ahead. Tell them about it.
Women Million Adornments. And Million is a word that I have made up. Mm-hmm. It's women and million put together. And I kind of bounced off of Farrakhan's Million Man March.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? We need sisters. We need like 1 million sisters to get together. So that's where that came from. It's going to be more than just about accessories. It's really about, a sisterhood. Women coming together, and that's going to be a symbol of, you see a sister wearing the floral earrings. You know that, she's supposed to be like one of your 1 million sisters.
That's right. And matter of fact, you should actually connect with the casting companies so you can actually get your earrings on some of that stuff in some of those films. They pay you for your adornments. They will pay for that. So contact her via email, Cash App her via Cash App on the screen, and PayPal her via her PayPal. Show her some love. Get those earrings. All you have to do is send the Cash App and the PayPal. And of course, shipping and handling is included. So make sure you support our sister at all costs. Now, here it is. If you want to go and find out more about real estate, please connect with our sister Janelle Lewis. I spoke to her today. We will be having her on, I think, on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday or Sunday, because she can only do it on that Thursday. So we're going to be bringing her on to speak about that for like 30 minutes, probably 45 minutes. We'll speak about real estate consulting and getting your real estate and property, the importance of doing it, because she's very good at it. And her number is 347-866-1153, 347-866-1153. And tell her King Simon sent you and referred you. Of course, Lloyd Strayhorn's classes, his basic his beginners class and his intermediate classes are online right now. Go to his website, lloyd-strayhorn.com, lloyd-strayhorn.com. Get his class. I even took it. I even retook his class. That's how deep I study this man. This is my brother. I do study him because the basics and the intermediate is necessary before you come to my backside, because I'm doing holistic numerovation. My system deals with the BATH method, seeing beyond, around, and tracking and hearing your number. If you want to be a part of my class or get my classes that will be pre-taped, all 9 of them will be pre-taped first, and then the 10th one will be a live class with those participated. They can ask any question they want about the classes. We can get it in and do what we got to do, and I'll be doing like a 2 to 3 hour Q&A with our people about numerovation and how its numerology is evolving and has been evolving for years. Just hit me up on the email. That's the numerovata@gmail. That's the numerovata@gmail. Also, just want to remind you, pedalwise.com. Matter of fact, I'm hanging out with that family sometime this weekend too. So the people that runs Pedalwise are a beautiful family of people, man. It's a beautiful team of people. They even got dogs and cats that are in the team too. They're so cute. So if you want to get 10% off on those things that are not on sale on the site, please use my coupon code KING2021. And those sisters that are dealing with fibroids, want to get fibroids expelled, the womb cleanse, and all that reversing effects of certain diseases or ailments that's going on, reversing the effects of it. Just want to make sure we're clear. Please go to www.pedalwise.com and use the coupon code, family, and take care. Brothers, you can also purchase some stuff for your sisters too. Purchase some womb cleanse, purchase the fibroid tumor cleanse, all of that kind of stuff. Purchase it from our sister. She's doing great work in our community. I love her, and I love her family. Her family used to have supported me at my lectures. She has also spoken at my lectures, and her name is Dr. MJ, and she will be on the 21st of this month. Dr. MJ will be in the building. Also, if you want to do a numerovation session with me, if you let me yell to the people in the back of the earth, please, if you live outside of the United States, not if you live in the United States, if you live outside of the United States, text me via WhatsApp. People are hard of hearing. If you live in United States, you text me regular phone text. But if you live outside of the United States, that's not affiliated with the United States, like Canada, or the certain parts of the Caribbean, or Africa, or England, please text me via WhatsApp. Now, if you live in the U.S. Virgin Islands, you can text me regular phone line. If you live in Puerto Rico, you can text me regular phone line. If you live in Hawaii, you can text me via regular phone. But if you live outside of the United States territory, please just text me via WhatsApp. It's free. I can't text you back. I just want to let you know that. And last but not least, content disclaimer. Like I started off the show, the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guests, speakers, or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. You ready for the prayer, girl? You ready for the prayer? Prayer time, prayer time, prayer time. My hat want to fly off now. My crown want to fly off. I got one of those crowns from Coming to America too. Stop playing. Same thing, the Nigerian style crowns. I got these crowns, please. Stop playing.
Yeah.
Yes, I am trying to tell them that they must continue to listen to King Simon right now. I'm serious. This is serious business. Let's keep it moving. Let's first, before we say the prayer, let's make sure we salute Dr. Blair, because he was the one that came up with this prayer. If you want to, for the continuation of Dr. Blair's legacy, please go to his official website, www.themetaCenter2.com, www.themetaCenter2.com, for his books, ELF protectors, products, and much more. Tony and the whole staff over there, Brother Tony, will handle you and take care of you. So make sure you support Dr. Blair. All right, everybody, you ready for the prayer? Our sister is going to say this beloved prayer by Dr. Blair. And Jolly, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, say the prayer, beautiful sister.
Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now.
Asheo, Asheo, Asheo. Amen, 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 Amen. Thank you very much, beautiful Aisha. Thank you very much for being a part of the journey as usual. And I know you got big things that go on, big things that come up. So we got to give you a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? Got to give you a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying? You have a great evening, my beautiful sister. You have a great evening. And give your baby some hugs and loves and say, hey, King Simon said, let's do a group hug. You know, it's all right. All right, sis? Okay. All right. All right. Love and respect. All right. Take care. Yes. Peace. That's our sister. Oh, yeah. That's our sister, Empress Aisha Amor. All right, family. Look, we're going to have a good time this Sunday. And remember, check me out on Instagram and Facebook. That's my Instagram and Facebook. I might do a flyby, a new motivational flyby. You know how we do, new motivational flyby to make sure everything is all right. You know what I'm saying? We did a great, and tomorrow is the 11th. Tomorrow is Terrence Howard's birthday. Tomorrow's also Rashida, a dear friend of mine and family members named Rashida. Tomorrow's her birthday tomorrow. And today was a friend of mine's, Naomi's birthday. You know, I actually know somebody born on each day of the year. So maybe I have problems, whether it's celebrity or friend. If I ran it down one day, me and Lloyd Strayhorn, if we sat here in front of y'all and ran down different days from January 1st all the way to December 31st, we can do it. We know the names. We know names and their birthdays. Does that make us crazy, or do that mean we love our craft? We love what we do. And that's what I want you to do, family. Love what you do, because if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. To feel like I'm working, I'm having fun. I don't know about y'all. That's why there's no trolls in this zone. I ain't got no time for the trolls. Trolls could roll. That's all I can tell you. Trolls could roll. Roll out. Roll out. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Look, I'm out of here. I'm going to close off with one of my songs, and that I'm also turning into a children's book. It's called Black and White Story. It's a powerful song that I wrote years ago, and reggae. I was number 5 on the reggae chart, and I'm going to transfer these songs into a book form. I'm going to start supporting just my songs. And when I get back to New York, y'all going to hear much more of my songs, and even the new motivational CDs that I'm going to use numbers to motivate you, and how to. So when you're working out in the gym, you're listening to music that motivates you, that's dealing with the numbers connected to you or your family. And then you'll be able to jump from one number to the number if you want to skip it. But it will be on all platforms when I finish doing that. I just got to get my backside back into New York, get into the studio, and do what I got to do. So great, family. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. I love and respect you. And we're going to leave you with our dear song, Black and White Story. And this is done by me back in 1989 and produced by Reggae Master Blaster. And it was mixed down by Sting International and Philip Smart in Long Island back in the day. So here we go. This one is called Black and White Story. Peace. I love you. Take care.
Black and white story in a me mind. We say we have to analyze it. Me, I go tell you little something about white history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them a telling of them history. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and mix up with seed. Here we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. May I go tell you a little truth about the black histories. The people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy, to analyze the truth about we body. We're the first to come up with biology, to analyze the lives in the society. We're the first to come up with Egyptology, to construct the pyramids that you see. We're the first to come up with psychology. musicology to analyze the minds in the vicinity. We're the first to come up with musicology to put the rhythm in your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friends, with the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, it's white, but let me tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let me tell the story. Black and white story in my mind. Yeah, say we have to analyze it. Black and white story in my mind, in my mind. We Black and white story in my mind. Yeah, say we have to analyze it. May I go tell you a little something about white history. Say how they condemn us throughout slavery. They say we were black and very ugly. I lie them, I tell enough of them history. Cause black is beautiful, the whole of them agree. They come out of the mountains and mix up the sea. Yeah, we go, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let we tell the story. May I go tell you a little truth about the black history. It's for the people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy, to analyze the truth about the way body. We're the first to come up with biology, to analyze the life in our society. We're the first to come up with Egyptology, to construct the pyramids that you see. We're the first to come up with psychology, to analyze the minds in the vicinity. We're the first to come up with musicology, to put the rhythm in your soul and make it rock steady. Correction, my friends, in the black and white history. Yeah, it's black, it's white, but let me tell the story. Yes, it's black, it's white, but let me tell the story. Black and white story in my mind. Oh yeah, say we have to analyze.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numeral Beta for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.